us to look into it. That's the only complaints that I'm aware of, unless you've got some that you haven't shared with us.
No, the letters, what you gave to us.
Those are the letters that come in that
Yeah,
box.
that's where that, and there was somebody from the department came, had a grievance too. I don't think you did anything with
There
it.
was no grievance.
Because I see certain employees, you will run and get a labor attorney, and certain, whatever they come with, they just get dismissed or terminated.
There's a difference between a grievance against an elected official.
I think you should be fair across the board to all the employees and treat them the same. If somebody come forward to employee and the employee is lying and you terminate an employee, and another employee come and is lying also and document is provided, and you say, no, wait a minute. So we just terminate that for lying and we just keep the other one and just hire the labor attorney. I don't think that is fair practice and good management. I also brought numerous things up and nothing has to be done. And I want to bring up today the non-public tape. There is information taken out. I brought it up 2 times against you. Did you take any
Excuse
steps?
me,
Did you
I
do
think-
anything?
You show us where stuff is taken out, and then we will,
I think this is
Okay,
on it.
not
that
the
should
place
be an
to
investigation,
discussing
and I think the sheriff department can investigate that.
this. I think this is not the place to discuss these things.
Well, it is now because it
Where
was
is the,
leaked out
where
in
is the
non-public.
place then to discuss that? You discuss or in public or in non-public.
the only
So
reason,
where is the place then?
all right, the only reason that we
There are
hired,
numerous time things I brought up for you and you do nothing about it.
bring them up.
I already brought it up to you
Bring 'em up
numerous
again.
times.
Bring 'em up
In
again.
non-public, I brought it up.
Bring them up again.
You can't because it was non-public. She can't bring them up because.
No,
it was non-
she's talking about some individual letters that we get from employees that drop in that box that's over at the nursing home that would like us to look into the situation. They don't sign it, we don't know who it comes from.
That's another
Other than
issue.
that, it's an item of an issue.
But it has to-
In most cases, we follow up with the director of the nursing home to check into it.
But have the commissioners hired a labor attorney for any other employee in the county?
Not that I'm aware of.
So then so if you're not aware of it, then someone's getting preferential treatment then.
No, they haven't
No,
hired
no.
an attorney for an
We
employee.
don't need hired attorneys.
We've
That's
never
covered
hired
under,
an
that's
attorney
covered
for
under
an
Primex.
Primex actually are our insurer, okay?
Yeah.
If anything goes to court, Primex defends the county employee. They don't prosecute. This attorney that we've hired is only to investigate what was in the accusations, to find out and report to us as to,
In the rhetoric.
is it true or is it not true? We didn't feel that we should be investigating an attorney, a county commissioner that's on our board. We're too close to the situation. Hire somebody private, get something that's unbiased, that will come forward.
Someone you've already lost to.
That doesn't matter.
That doesn't, oh, it does matter.
That was a court case. This is strictly an investigation. Where it goes from here, I don't know.
But why you want to hire, you already lost that, the settlement. You hire the same attorney with a few who do this investigation. And when I came in last week, when I opened the door, we had that attorney on the phone. You said, I can't talk, just call me at home. So I don't know this, why
He
the
wasn't at the
secrets were.
office, and I said,
No,
I
he
need to
called
talk with
you. I
you.
just came in the door, and I hear that conversation.
This is after we hired him, after we voted, after we
So I
voted.
don't know why things are so
You're gonna find it
secret.
very hard to find an attorney who hasn't lost a case. I think you'll be hard pressed to
I don't
find
think-
one.
Doesn't-
Lost the
that's
case
not
for
the-
the county.
That's not the
the
matter.
issue.
It's not the issue.
I don't think they go out to lose cases.
All we're doing is having an attorney look into the situation.
Okay,
Melissa, you raise your hand up first.
I know you're not able to divulge everything that happened in the non-public, but it's my understanding from Commissioner Kenny's comments that 2 commissioners voted to hire the labor attorney. She did not vote in favor of it. And I'm wondering what Commissioner Kenny's, what would your course of action have been?
I just said I
Did you-
wanted to
how
have
did you want it handled?
a grievance attorney
Okay.
or another attorney who's doing the investigation, not one that already lost. We lost a big settlement against the county and the employee get paid.
So you
Why
would
will you
oppose-
hire the same? And there's a principle. When I just get elected, Commissioner Shorterson gave me the name and said, don't hire, we not hire this attorney if you hear the name, because we
I don't
lost a
remember
couple
saying
years
that.
ago. Yeah, I wrote it down. We lost a couple years ago a settlement.
So
Well,
you
then
weren't,
then
you
we need
weren't,
to
against
look
the
at that
county.
settlement.
you weren't opposed to
But we're
the
not-
investigation or hiring an attorney, just
Oh,
not
no,
that specific
just a
person.
different attorney, to be fair and honest, or just a grievance attorney. I think it is a grievance, we need a grievance attorney.
Let me ask
Why
you,
would we hire the same attorney, who lost for the county?
let me ask this question.
Because you
Have-
wanna
do you
lost
know
again
this?
tax dollars.
Do you know
And-
this attorney?
No, but I think you know him, and I think you have maybe ties to the county. He did some work here before, what I heard.
Okay. Who else you got? What else? Go ahead, Maureen.
In the minutes last week, Commissioner Kenny,
Last week.
you had said that you were waiting for the rest of the non-public minutes that Robin Reed got. Did you receive those?
So which page are you?
Page 2.
Okay, so what are you reading?
I'm just asking you if you got the minutes that you were waiting for from Robin Reed.
Yes, she gave me the 19 October minutes last week.
So you have all the minutes now?
I have the 19 October, I got it last week, yes.
Okay. And the last week, there was a non-public session. You took the minutes for that?
Yes, from
Are
last
they
week.
available?
Yeah, no, they're not. And they are, we voted to seal them also.
Isn't that the one we just spoke about?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Last week was only the grievance.
So did they ever
There was a
answer your
grievance.
question? Yeah, that's fine.
That was it.
Oh, okay.
So getting back to the
No.
non-public minutes, request that I made a couple weeks ago, was this issue of the grievance your answer to that, or I was waiting for minutes from October and September?
You asked, you are on record, you are on tape, but you asked specific for September 14 and September 21st.
I asked for
And
whatever.
later, no, I have the tape. And later you asked, you said, because I asked you, I say, why do you specific ask for these 2 dates and months? Well, those dates, we had only 3 commissioners in non-public and a minute taker, but you know precisely this about the action of a commissioner. And then later you added, yes, if you want to have the other one from September, you want it 2, and if you have October 2, you added that, you want to have it 2. And I also asked you, why you don't ask for March or April, for these
said
2
I'll take
months? And because you asked specific dates and specific months. And I don't see that the chairman said anything, non-public information is leaked out, but he didn't make any comments about that. How did the press know, or how did anyone know
I
about
didn't-
it?
I
Was the
didn't tell-
action about the commissioner?
I didn't tell anything to Damon. I think
No,
you can.
but you
Someone
didn't.
did.
I think you can
It
tell
went
me
out.
that.
It went out to the public.
God
We're talking
forbid.
about non-public, a non-public
For those of
session.
us who were actually.
where we have
for
3
Those of us who are actually at that meeting, actually listening, and actually have a rational possession of our minds, what he did was write a letter asking for the release of some non-public minutes and suggesting September. What
No, no,
happened
no.
in the- What happened
14
in
and 21st.
I didn't
So
interrupt you, Commissioner Kenny, so.
Yeah, but I was
Okay.
talking, you
You
talked
did
over
not
me.
Interrupt me, please, thanks. What happened during the colloquy between Commissioner Kenny and Damon Steer was the isolation of certain dates. At the upshot of which was, I believe, Damon said, whatever minutes you have, if you want to give me April and May as well as August and September, you've got 33 meetings according to the minutes here, non-public this year, and have released none.
1.
Or one. And a record of 2010 where we had 44 and 20 some odd were released. I mean, it's obvious that there's been a change of policy as far as non-public minutes are concerned. And I think that's, and I don't want to speak for Damon, but my impression was that that was what Damon was speaking to, was the change of policy 1 year to the next.
Right, and I was asking for any non-public minutes in the time frame of September and October. And then when Commissioner Kenny asked, what about March and April, and I said, if you want to send them to me, fine, I'll take them. If you suggest those timeframes, then that's great, I'll take those too. I have my reasons for picking time frame. I didn't want to ask for the whole year, I wanted to ask for a narrow band, which I thought would save everybody time. I have some other alternative reasons for those time frame, but I'm wondering, are they going to be released or not?
Damon, when you came in and asked, you asked specific for September 14 and
No,
September
I'm sorry.
21st, and you said the actions of a commissioner are not protected by the right to know law, so you want to have these minutes released.
If those-
When I say why you pick specific dates and times, you said you want to have the rest from September 2, and October, you want to have October 2. So basically, you wanted to have 2 months, and it is on tape.
Okay, your turn.
I believe that the date, the specific dates, came from just looking at the calendar and seeing
Correct.
what dates were involved, that could have been non-public minutes.
But how would you know that, Commissioner Solomon?
No,
Because
that's
we
correct.
only meet on Wednesdays.
But he said specifically because the action of a commissioners are not protected. And I remember when we have these days to non-public, the week after Mr. Alby came in, and he talked also about the action of a commissioners are not protected. So I wonder, if we talk of non-public, September 14 and 21st, how does that non-public information go to certain people? And then they come ask for precisely those minutes. Nobody says anything about that. So
Damon.
that is okay if we are in non-public, that non-public information would be taken to certain people and to the public.
This is the
Nobody said anything
conspiracy
about
Well,
it.
theories
yeah.
here.
You want to correct anything that do you agree with what Commissioner Solomon said?
I agree with what Commissioner Solomon said, and just to be clear for Asha, whatever dates were involved with non-public sessions in the months of September and October, those are the dates that I like. If you want to provide me with March and April, I would be happy to take those as well.
Okay. Go ahead.
Just for a little clarification, that under the right to know law, no one is required to give any reason why they're requesting any record from any public body. They can just simply ask, period, the end. Secondly, I filed a request with Commissioner Solomon asking for copies of all non-public minutes from the entire year of 2011. I would ask that the clerk of the commissioners respond according to the law in writing within 5 days if those cannot be provided. I would also ask that you extend that same courtesy to my fellow journalist, Damon Steer.
Okay, a response. You did get a response.
I did get a response, and my response was we get an update today, so I'm just wondering if there's any update.
Put it on that, yeah.
And I mean, I can.
Go ahead, Mr. Albee.
I can understand if there are certain items in any of those meetings that are somehow connected or cogent to the complaint or the grievance that was just brought, then obviously you have to go through your investigation.
Next week, we will release at least one that I have reviewed that can be released to the general public. I don't recall the date, so I won't release them today. Next week, we'll release at least one that I've reviewed. There's another one that we can release possible information out of it, but not all of it. We will release 2 of those, or portions of one of them, next week, okay?
The non-public minutes that needs to be released are the approved one, not like minutes what we written before our notes. The approved minutes should be released.
I didn't get that. Say that again?
I say if we're releasing non-public minutes, we
Right.
should release the approved minutes. The minutes that we approved as a board.
As a
That's
non-public?
That's are the one that should be released.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the approved non-public minutes.
Yeah.
That should be released. What?
What about you? So you're gonna, is that it?
Okay.
It just leads to
Non-pub-
other questions, I'm very sorry for this,
We're
but
still
why
on
would
non-
why would any non-public minutes be unapproved at this point? Other than maybe one you did